Welcome back to part 7 of Let's Play Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins. My name is I Like Being Smart, and welcome to me kicking Goomba's ass. Rock out. So, right, what I was going to talk about last part, kind of a pseudo response to Shadow1435x, his Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts Let's Play is excellent. You should go check that out. That'll be in the sidebar. I don't really want to do it. Oh, crap. I don't know how to get out of that. Oh, well. So, I guess he was kind of saying, if you watch like the first 3 videos, the first 3 minutes of the video that's posted in annotation now, you will see that, oh god, this is the boss, isn't it? Is that supposed to be the select? I thought that was at least. No? Okay. Be right back. Okay, back. Bosses are for later, I forgot. But basically he was saying, like, it's tough because, again, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about this or not, because I was going to ask him if I could respond to it, and then I didn't, because I don't know if it's awkward to be like, hey, can I talk about a video of yours? So this is the way to Space Zone, by the way, in case you're wondering what I'm doing out here. You can get a lot of coins here, like very, very easily. If you want to get coins, this is the place to get them. You can get about 200 coins here without any problem. So, and there's a money bag back here that I'll get for when I need to get more lives eventually, because I'm going to need some later. So, you know, he was talking about, oh, how, you know, oh, people talk about, you know, their lives and Let's Plays and don't, you know, kind of mix, you know, which is a good point. Like, some people talk a lot about themselves, which I will put myself in that category, and other people talk a lot about the game, and his argument was, why not try to mix it up? Why not talk about other things and talk about the game sometimes and stuff like that? And I think that's a very legitimate argument, but I think talking about yourself or talking about the game doesn't necessarily make you a better Let's Player than anybody else. The people with 1,000 subscribers, lots and tons of subscribers, you know, your Dark-Minded Siths, your Griffin Lobsters, whatnot. You know, they can, you know, sometimes they talk about some of the same stuff I talk about. I just, you know, I just don't, my videos aren't necessarily as public as them, and I'm not attempting to make them as public. So, you know, me getting views or not getting views isn't really the issue. But I don't think my Let's Plays are any worse just because I do enjoy letting people know who I am and what my personality is and stuff like that. Oh, and one thing really quick I want to say. Generally, in any type of Mario game, if you see an arrow, that's probably a good sign. So, not like you didn't know that already, because you're all intelligent people who know a lot about Mario games, but I'm just saying. So, you know, it just, like, I thought he had some good points, but I also thought, you know, there's a different way of going at it, and kind of with my experience, how do you get out of this? These are the 7 buttons. Oh no, really? Did I really just reset it? No! Oh, man. Oh, goodness gracious. What slop. I really just reset it. That's awesome. Though I thought reset was Control R. Why did it... Anyway. So, you know, but I guess in my experience, kind of why I do Let's Plays the way I do is because of my... I know you're tired of hearing me about my DJ experience, but because of my DJ background. Like, because, you know, when you're DJing, you're encouraged to come up with news stories, right? If you want to be a good DJ, you're encouraged to look up news stories, give your opinion of them, and then ask other people their opinions about them. Like, and that's what makes a really good DJ. There's a DJ here in the Chicago area for KISS 1035, which, hell, I'll just put them in the sidebar too, because I put 10 gajillion links in the sidebar for every video. Yeah, his name's Ty. He's really, really good. I really respect the hell out of him. And like, that's kind of what he does. He'll take a news story or some type of pop story, and then he'll be like, this is what I think about it. And then he'll be like, what do you think? Call in and let's talk, let's text, whatever. So I guess that's kind of the way I, had to approach DJing, so that's the way I'm approaching these. Kind of along a similar line of bringing up things like American Idol and trying to get discussion going. Now, the matter of getting discussion going isn't necessarily that. I don't think people have YouTube accounts who I'm telling these videos about, which is basically my Facebook. So, people who are on YouTube aren't necessarily falling across them and thereby can't necessarily, I'm just going to accept whatever I get, can't necessarily comment back on the videos. I don't think that makes my videos better or worse, but what I do think is that it makes them what I'm making them, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, that wasn't very long for you, it was for me though. So, that's basically the point I'm making. I don't know, maybe sometimes I have a tendency to drag out my points and say things over and over again and repeat myself a bit, but you have to keep in mind, like when I was DJing, right, I'm kind of a politics kind of girl too, and so for the after the Democratic and Republican national conventions, I took a really short song at the radio station because, as you can tell from these videos, I could blabber on about, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay. I'll deal with it. So what I did was I took super short songs from our catalog and I talked over them. About the Democratic and Republican national conventions. Here's song stuff now. I forgot to start the audio there. Oh shoot, what was I talking about? Oh, right. After the DNC and RNC, right, I took really short songs and I talked over them. I don't know if I find those, but basically one of them was to one of my favorite songs, which was called Flattened by the Sun by the Negatones. And what the hell is with spikes? Ah! And the other one was a Frank Black song called Whatever Happened to Pong. That was like 1.5 minutes. So I'm talking about DNC and Barack Obama and his crazy-ass Denver Stadium speech. And in the background it's like, Pong! It was great. And like people, of course, when you talk about politics on the radio, people are going to inherently get pissed off. Alright. Yeah. So, took a song about Pong and made it into politics. That's pretty much what I did, because that's just the kind of DJ I was. Plus I had overnight shifts, which helped significantly as well. But the reason I tell you that is to make my point that I had a certain way of doing things, and certain things that I settled into as a DJ that kind of carried over to LPing. And I think that anyone in the LPing community, or at least the so-called LP community, could easily go to their college radio stations, go to a college radio station, or go to some type of thing where you can do radio and be pretty successful as a DJ right off the bat without really being on air all that much. Because the concept is the same, really. You talk to yourself while no one listens, and you get feedback after you talk to yourself. And you eventually have to get used to talking to yourself without no one, being there listening, giving you immediate feedback. You kind of have to wait for the feedback after the fact. Like the fact that one time I said on air I get Tom Hanks and Tom Cruise mixed up all the time. Right? And what is with this slowdown? Criminy. What is with me dying? Criminy. I'm almost done with this video too. My sense of time is really bad since I have to start and stop a lot because of... I'm gonna end it there. See you for part 8. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay. Okay. See you for part 8 for real. Bye!